Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. We are off to Hong Kong for today's daily challenge. We will begin with 4 tunnels and 4 traffic lights, and we won't get any more traffic lights. Oh no! However, will we survive with only 4 traffic lights? Gee, that sure is a question. Because we are in Hong Kong, we have our lovely ferry boat system. This dashed line here can absolutely not be crossed by anything ever. You know, we draw a road over here, we try to build a bridge, nope, not gonna happen. But it'll be fine. We take these reds, we approach from the east. You go up over that away. Got a couple of tealy greeny fellas going into this tealy greeny business. Lacey is bored, is here. You missed the Goog stream last night. Oh no! Oh no, indeed. A horrendous, ow, my eye. I got something in it. Ow, ow, ow. We're fine. We're good. Cat's freaking out because, you know, it's cat freak out time. Oh, now the presence of this red business up here is just a little bit troubling, but we can rearrange our teals and send at least one house over that way. We'll take another bridge. I don't have any present bridges. Lacey missed a fun and engaging night of Hades 2, wherein I accidentally went out without any of my arcana. Died. Would you believe it? I died after doing that.
Hear ye, let the record show that this viewer was here first.
Samurai Sam was here first. Good morning, Sam. So yes, after Sam left us last night, I went out without any of my arcana, was justly killed. I deserved it for that. And then I went out again and got killed again. And then I went down and I won. We killed Kronos last night. And, spoilers, I suppose. Millennially got into a fight with her brother. It'll be fine. It's definitely not the case that Zagreus is a petulant brat about things and will fuck everything up, or that Millennially is overly stubborn and very much like her father and will fuck everything up. Why would you think this to be the case, other than the very obvious nature of it being the case? You know, we've got 4 tunnels. I don't think we necessarily desperately need more tunnels. I'll take a roundabout instead of a 5th tunnel. I'll also run one of our teal houses, up over this way. Lacey will not spoil it. Good, thank you. I appreciate that. You do like the resolution of the game. I expect that we will enjoy the resolution of Hades 2. I'm still curious to see how they thread the needle of, wait a second, the main point of the video game Hades, well, not the main point, but like, eventually you go up and you fight Hades, right? But it's like, it's all cool and everybody's friends and part of the team. I sort of don't think we're doing it's all cool and we're all friends and everybody's part of the team. Part of the thing. Possibly unpopular opinion, you hate Karen Axe. Either. Okay, there are 2 possibilities here, Lacey. There are several possibilities. We're going to explore 2 of them now. 1, you're talking about a thing I haven't seen yet. 2, there are words missing in your sentence. 3, I just forgot how English works. Let's take a motorway. This teal over here has gone circular, which is, broadly speaking, fine. Thanatos axe is where it's at. Yeah, no, people are using words I don't understand. Hold on. Is there an axe? Do I have an axe? I don't really have an axe. I've got a scythe and a dagger, or a sickle and a dagger. And I've got fists. Weapon aspects. Okay. I don't remember which one that... Oh, the axe! There is an axe. Aspect of... Okay, so we're talking about weapon aspects. The aspect of Karen on the axe. I understand now. Okay. Apparently people really like the aspect of Karen on the axe. And Lacey is bored, believes it to be a hot take that she does not. is what I'm gathering here. I have absolutely no opinion on this. We're actually going to redraw these oranges and have them come. Oh, I only have the one bridge. Give us a moment. I don't like the axe in general because it's too damn big and slow. The axe is very big and very slow. Let's take another bridge and immediately deploy it. We're going to run the oranges through here so that we don't have to deal with an intersection up this way with the blues. Aspect of Thanatos makes the axe faster. That sounds good then. Let's have you go up over this way. My choice of weapons in Hades 2 is dependent entirely on which one is giving me bones at this time, because my hot take about the weapons of Hades 2 is that they're all bad. Like, some of them can be enjoyable, but if there are 12 weapons in Hades, let's say off the top of my head, because I don't remember exactly how many weapons there are in Hades 1, but if there are 12 weapons in the Hades franchise, the best 5 of them are in Hades 1. So there's my hot, I suppose, take. The weapons are all bad. Now, for this business here, is it better to screw over the oranges this way? Or Best Friend Gun? I miss Best Friend Gun. Best Friend Gun is now safe and sound in the hands of Eris, and Lord knows Malinoe would never deign to take anything away from Eris, but I do miss Best Friend Gun. And also Best Friend the Fists of Malphon. Like, I don't remember if I sung their praises effusively enough when we did the series on the channel, but in my subsequent replays of Hades, the Fists of Malphon. You get the Fists of Malphon going on a nice little static shocky run where you've got Zeus's power where you're just lightning everything to death. Oh, that's good times. That's good times. Good afternoon, Sun Flare Space. Sunny is here as well. What are we gonna do with these teals, I wonder? I suspect nothing, honestly. I think we might just kind of leave them be. Well, let's... Oh. We've got a bit of an issue problem. There. We'll restructure these oranges, run them in that manner. Actually, let's do some more restructuring, shall we?
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Bad news! Lacey is board followed! Thank you! Lacey is bored, coming in with the follow, hopefully less bored in the future, now that she can be entertained by the _Goog or something. I don't know. Branding! Let's see here. These oranges go that way. We'll redraw draw the bridge straight, Goog. There. Apparently not. I don't know. I don't understand how things work. Let's see here. This orange okay, in the fullness of time, I'm probably going to want to bridge these oranges over to this way. We've got 4 motorways. I was going to do a temporary steal this house gimmick and just have this house serve this business, but nah, we'll just do... actually, let's reposition 8 to right here. Another blue has joined the party. Hello. Okay, let's do some replacing 8. We've got these 2 blues go up here. That'll be fine. I think we're going to use another motorway here in a moment. For the right now skis, their family just moved in down the street. They're from Kenosha. We're going to have these 2 blues hop motorway number 2, serve this business from the western entrance. Let's say 4 blues. 5 blues. Holy crap. Hey, buddy, if you want to go circular, that would be just nifty. Lacey says it really does feel like slower weapons have so much less build variety than the fast ones. Yeah, see, the problem with the slow weapons, wait for it, is that they're slow. It's very difficult. Like, there are so many enemies in Hades in general. This is a thing that was an issue in Hades 1 as well, but particularly Hades 2. There are so many enemies, and they move so quickly that you, as the Millenoi or the Zagreus, really can't afford to be slow. You can't exactly just, slowly, methodically Terminator 1 your way through a bunch of motherfuckers. You're kind of getting thrashed all the time. So you, in turn, have to be a buzzsaw. You have to be slashing through them. You have to weed whacker some motherfuckers. And it's not happening if you have the big old slowy slashy axe. You're just gonna get dead. Now, these blues over here, this is an obvious bridge that wants to be a bridge. I was about to say that it wanted to be a bridge, but it needed to be a motorway on account of my present lack of bridge, but I no longer lack a bridge, so that's nice. These white houses here, I very much could finagle a way to run through here without using a tunnel, but I don't need to, and I don't want to, so I'm not going to. Instead, we're just going to draw this tunnel right through here. The three of you go down that way. We have 4 tunnels to start with. And, we also had 4 traffic lights to start with. Okay, if you have 400 hit points, then you have 400 hit points. That's a lot of hit points. You can get to having a lot of hit points. But I'm also not good at video games. So these oranges come up over to here. This is going to be a motorway 4. I think this is one of those motorways that's just always going to be a motorway, I think. This motorway number 1 connection right. Game. All right. Well, actually, this is a perfectly cromulent traffic light, though it may not look it. Let's take... I'm good enough on roads that I'm going to take a tunnel, even though I don't think I'm ever going to use 4 more tunnels. Let's see. Yeah, I would have a problem. Okay, Sam says I would have a better time with the weapons if I actually enjoyed using Omega moves. Sam, you're probably right. 2, we've just been having a conversation about how the reason the axe doesn't work is that it's too goddamn slow. Would you like to hear the problem with Omega moves? And yes, I know that there are feats and abilities and powers and such that you can take and give to your Millenoi that specifically make your Omega moves faster. But even with them, the Omega moves are too goddamn slow. Oh, let's see here. We're going to draw motorway number 3 right up to here. This is another motorway that will be replaced by a bridge. This White House has gone circular. That's irksome. It's not amazing. I think what we're going to do actually is, the game's already on board with this plan here. We're going to steal and rob and loot and move this motorway over to here. And eventually, hold on. I was going to say, game, figure out which way you want me to orient this road already. You go there. Okay, now this is going to go up that way. Give me, don't take a bridge over a motorway. That's stupid. Always take a motorway instead of a bridge. The hidden aspect of the... There are hidden aspects? Were hidden aspects a thing? Also, it's Parlor Ghost's birthday. Happy birthday, Ghosty! Oh my god! Happy birthday to Parlor Ghost. Let us run over to one of the many Discord servers that I share with Parlor Ghost and say, hey, happy birthday, Parlor the Ghost. Parlor Ghost is a tremendous artist, a wonderful friend, creator and designer of so many emotes. The Ghosty emote, obviously. What didn't Parlor Ghost make for us? She made coal. Parlor Ghost made this tally, of course. And the shadow heart. Look at that shadow heart. Look at that sharp mote. She made a great sharp mote. All right. This green over here is going to provide a service for these 3 greenhouses in that it's going to give them something to do. All right. So the 3 of you go up over to there. This blue business is getting a little frisky dicey. I think, which, it should be fine. Okay. Did something just spawn or round or something? I don't think anything spawned or rounded or anything. I'm not missing nothing. All right, we'll take a bridge. Having taken a bridge, we're going to immediately use that bridge. And, all right. You white houses over here are just going to have to deal with stuff. We're going to draw this right here. These 4 whites are going to swing up that way. You know what we'll do? I know what we'll do. We'll do something to make these white houses feel important and useful, even though it's kind of ancillary, stupid nonsense. We'll do this, and we'll do this. And now this is a PCTL, and this white business is the most serviced white business in the history of the world. Aside from, you know, diner counters in the 50s because racism. Anyway, these 2 blue houses take motorway number 2. They come down into this way. This orange has gone circular, which is fine, I guess. I kind of want more orange houses for this, but it'll probably be fine. Hello, Nora.
Hi. Why are you meowing? Tell me why you're meowing.
Okay. Cat has not yet explained why she is meowing. One day, this cat ever figures out that, you know, she vocalizes her desires, they shall all be met and more. It's over for us. Cat ever figures that out. All right, we'll take a motorway over a bridge for reasons previously stated. I don't think we need to deploy that right now. Like, I could probably, you know, figure out a motorway that separates this business from this business, but doesn't seem like a dire need at the moment. Speaking of dire needs, though, this White House exists, which, yeah, that's probably problematic. What are we gonna do about that, I wonder? Actually, you know what I think we're gonna do about that? We're gonna kill this tunnel. We're gonna kill and redraw that tunnel, and by extension, everything in the world. I think we might kill and redraw everything in the world. Yeah. All right. So, these 3 white houses here are going to come down this way. They're going to meet. All right, one thing at a time. First thing. So we're going to take these 5 white. We're going to kill this bridge. We're going to let this bridge die. We're going to let this tunnel die. We're going to figure out life without either of them in a moment here. This is the last car for the tunnel. This is the last car for the bridge. You both come through out of here. Just get out of my face. Thank you very much. Okay, now, this business here will be served by these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses coming up this way, just like, can I cut through here? I can cut through here. Amazing. Cool. So you're good. Next, we have these 2 white businesses here, right? Well, what if... No. Let's do this. We've got this right here. This is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. I don't know why we're making Enzo Amore references in 2026. We try not to reference shitbags, but, you know, sometimes it needs to be done, apparently. So we'll draw this tunnel down here and get these 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 white houses to serve this white circle. That is fine and good and cool. And then we'll have these 3 whites here tunnel in that away and serve this business. Okay? So these 7 go to there, these 3 go to here, these 5 go up to here. I could make it 6 here if I needed to. I could make it as many as 9 here if that needed to happen. So there's some flexibility all around. Another orange house here is fine and good, because these two orange businesses are still bestest of friends and whatnot. Render unto me a bridge. Thank you. Let's see here. You're a weird blue house. Kind of out of nowhere, bud. Why? I do have a question for this blue house, and that is why. You know, I guess integrating neighborhoods is good and fine. Multiculturalism is not on its face a bad thing. Oh, God. Okay. Let's do a good and proper east to west roundup. It's been a minute since we did one of them. So our easternmost business is this white here, which we just redrew a road for. It is serviced by these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses down here. We've got cars and driveways. This is totally fine. Traveling further east, we hit this orange conglomeration of nonsense, which is a circle and a square serviced by 7 houses total. That's suboptimal. Don't love it. I don't, however, really have a better option. Like, I could probably get away with stealing 1 or even 2 of, give me a bridge, of these 2 orange houses to serve this business on its own. And it might even be better just to peel 2 of these oranges away and have the 5 of these serve this on their own and the 2 of these serve that on their own. That might be the way to go, honestly. Yeah. Fuck it. Let's do that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab these 2 oranges. We're going to kill this traffic light. We're going to kill this connection. We're going to draw motorway number 3. Straight shot down into here. Next, we're going to take these oranges like so. Draw that. There. So now these 5 orange houses are going to bridge their way down here, serve this business all by themselves. These 2 orange houses are going to take motorway number 3 into here, serve this business. Now, if this business goes circular, we're doomed. But, fun fact, that would have been the case anyway. So, no worries. Now, breaking from our roundup for just a moment, we had a couple more reds spawn over this way, which I'm going to hook up into this business. There was a sound just now, and I don't know what it was. What was the sound just now? Was it this orange going circular? It may have been this orange going circular. Then again, this orange may have been circular for a while, so. All right. Here's what we're going to do about that. Wine. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it to crap. Okay. Let's sniff and snort directly into the microphone like a big unprofessional doofus. Done. Next, we're going to disconnect these blues from this orange because ultimately, what we're going to have happen is this orange house here. By the way, you point over there. That's great for this business. Render unto me an other motorway. Thank you very much. Samurai Sam wants to remember a guy, and a guy we shall remember momentarily. Let's see here. I need this orange motorway to... Okay. So here's the plan. This orange house gets pointed back up north. You come back over to here. The 4 of these go down this way. Sunflare Space, you should indeed play Mini Motorways again. It's a wonderful video game. Last night after we rated Rage Jazzy, we were talking about our 10 favorite video games, and I did a quick off-the-top top 10 favorite video games ever list, and you had better believe that Mini Motorways was on it. Oh, God. What are we going to do? Actually, what was my plan for this business? Hold on. Friends, I assume I had a plan in mind for this business when I pulled these oranges away from whatever they had been doing and sent them over to serve this. Had these had been being served by something else, hadn't they? Yeah. Yeah, these had been being served by these 2. Okay, I understand now. I remember. So these 2 orange houses are going to take motorway number 5 and swing in that away. Okay, I understand that now. All right. Did something else go circular or something while we were all doing that? Something else go screwy, maybe? Samurai Sam wants to remember Eric Mangini. Oh, Eric Mangini is a member of a not really exclusive class so much as a very funny class of professional football coaches. And these are professional football coaches who got jobs because they coached under Bill Belichick and then sucked at those jobs because it turned out that Bill Belichick is a tyrannical, megalomaniacal micromanager. It turns out that if you work for Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick is in his time of being a good coach, Bill Belichick does fucking everything, and you get the credit sometimes. Then you go off and do other things, and it turns out you're not good at them. Bill Belichick has the most poisoned coaching tree in pretty much the history of professional sport. Incidentally, this orange business is kind of doomy right now. I'm going to steal 2 orange houses, actually. I'm going to steal 2 orange houses and draw a ridiculously ill-advised bridge just to try to desperately get a couple more houses worth of cars over to keep this thing afloat while we deal with the transition here. This business is just going to have to figure it out. I don't have a plan B there. You, on the other hand... So other beneficiaries of the poisoned Bill Belichick coaching tree include, but are not limited to, because God knows I'm going to forget some, Romeo Crennel, who was the defensive coordinator for the early 2000s Patriots. He became the head coach of the Cleveland Browns and fucking sucked at it. Charlie Weiss, who was the offensive coordinator for the early 2000s Patriots. He became the head coach of, among other places, Notre Dame University and fucking sucked at it. Josh McDaniels is probably the most famous example of this. He has been the Patriots offensive coordinator 3 different times. 3 different times has Josh McDaniels been the Pats offensive coordinator. One time he got hired as the head coach of the Raiders and fucking sucked at that. One time he got hired as the head coach of the Rams and, would you believe it, he fucking sucked at that. And now Josh McDaniels is the offensive coordinator of the Patriots, and it is worth noting that the offensive game plan of the Patriots in the Super Bowl kind of fucking sucked. Now, granted, they were going against an excellent defense with a bad offensive line and an injured quarterback. But the Patriots' game plan in the Super Bowl kind of really fucking sucked. It's kind of like the Patriots stopped thinking they could move the ball sometime around the middle of the third quarter in Denver and never got out of that mindset. Again, injured quarterback, great defense and all that. But y'all go back and look at the Pats' game plan in the Super Bowl. It kind of really fucking sucked. But hey, it'll be fine. We're just happy to be there, right? Honestly, kind of am. Like, of all the Super Bowls I've seen the Patriots lose, that one hurt the least. Can we take a moment to back up and just appreciate the clause at the beginning of that sentence? Of all the Super Bowls I've seen the Patriots lose. God damn, we've had it good these past, 25 years as New England Patriots fans. God damn, we've had it good. The wordle today is goddamn. No. All right, the wordle today is flank. The wordle today is not flank, but that's a good start. Holy shit. The wordle today is shank. No. All right. The wordle today is spank. Nope. The wordle today smelled bad. It stank. It stank. It stank. That's good, because if it wasn't... I'm sorry, my Sea of Greens badge? I have... The New York Times wants me to have achievements now because I did a Wordle with only green letters. Yeah, okay. There's video evidence of me having done a Wordle with only green letters. Wordle. I'm not giving you my email address, the New York Times. Shitbags. All right. Ow. I have once again sniffed directly into the microphone. The uncultured swine that I am. Now, let's try to figure out where and when this photo was taken. I think this is an Indian flag. The fact that this is a carnival of cricket, and I know that cricket is fucking huge in India, tells me that I might be on the right track here. So we've got a flag of what we think is India, and some folks who we think might be Indian, but they're engaged in, let's say, heated argument with a fella who is most definitely a British cop in a place that is called Rushcliffe. Okay. Now the question, wait. That says Emirates. That's the Emirates airline. Emirates is, Emirates is the airline of the United Arab Emirates, but it's also, I think, I was about to try to figure out which Premier League team Emirates is a sponsor of, but cricket grounds and football pitches are different things. So that wouldn't actually help much. So we've got a cricket ground in what is probably England called Rushcliffe. We've got to figure out when this is. It's the World Championship of a cricket. Good. Seems pretty modern, honestly. Like, friends, I think we have an idea. I don't want to guarantee nothing. And actually, the longer I look at this number, the less certain I am of it. But, okay, so this right here is either a 3 or a 5. Like this little liney bit here. When I first looked at this, I thought it was a 3. And we're going to say it's a 3. But I now see that this could also be a 5. Son of a bitch. I don't suppose you have a more... No? Okay. That's annoying that number could be one of two numbers. Okay. So let's find us a cricket pitch in literally Jolly London Town? I guess we could be in Jolly London Town. I don't know. I just kind of assumed that y'all have dedicated cricket pitches. You don't just you don't just send a dude out to Wembley and set up some wickets or whatnot. There's actual fields for this, right? I don't know. Are there actual fields for this? I assume there are actual fields for this. Where might one of them be? Wonderful question. Let's see. Yeesh. Maybe there's one in St. Pancras. No? There's not one in St. Pancras? Okay. All right. Oh, we could be at the Somerstown Community Sports Center. That's almost the same thing as Rushcliffe. All right. I don't suppose we can zoom out on a map of England and get lucky and find a Rushcliffe, can we? That's not like a town I've never heard of, is it? It's probably not. There's a Slough and a Maidenhead and a Reading, but no. Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh, apparently there is a town called Rushcliffe. Hey, look, it's Milton Keynes. Everybody boo Milton Keynes. Boo Milton Keynes. I'm sure you're a lovely village, but the people who own the football team that happened to move there are dicks. And therefore, boo Milton Keynes. We are at Tate Modern, actually. It's a little-known fact that it's also the home of Rushcliffe, the place where British and Indian people play cricket at one another in 2023. Also, what the... I'm sorry. It was a... I'm so mad at that British cop. This is the worst thing a cop has ever done to me in Timeguessing. Okay. So we've got a Kukravinki. Sounds like something some internet people who are twins would come up with one another. You can go out for a drink at the Kukravinki. got Malasena. Nice. Okay. Something's Verina. All right, so this is like Polish, maybe? Yeah, let's say Polish, maybe. Okay. So, well, if that's Polish, maybe, that would mean we're in Poland, maybe. In this is aggressively 50s 6? Oh, hey. If I was a person who recognized flags, I would have more quickly recognized what I think is a Polish flag banner? I think that's a banner supposed to evoke the stylings of the Polish flag. We are in Warsaw, Poland in 1950, what did I say, 4? Yeah, that sounds right. Zoom and zoom and zoom and zoom and zoom and drop it out right there. And do the thing a little bit. And we are in Prague in 1961. That's basically the same thing. That's basically the same thing. Hi there, Barack. All right. Oh. Okay. Well, we know the when of this. So lay up on the year. Let's try to figure out where we are. They pulled Barack out of mothballs. He actually bothered to show up for a thing. Wonder if I'm supposed to recognize this guy. I'm probably supposed to recognize this guy, but good news, I don't. Yeah, it's probably Chicago. All right, fine. I was looking for a sign that was like, Michigan votes blue, or something like that. No. Okay. If something is very obviously decade fashion, it's best to aim for the end of that decade. This is true. Decades are kind of defined by the end of them. Fashion needs time to develop into a recognizable trend. Yep. You are totally correct. Do I pay attention to that when I do things? No, of course not. The longer I look at this, the sadder I'm going to be. So, yeah. All right, fine. Let's just assume we're in Chicago. Seems reasonable. We are in Chicago, Illinois, in G.I. Wonder. It was, in fact... Oh, that's Eminem. TIL, I don't recognize Eminem with a beard. I would have been exactly right. There was literally someone held a sign that said Michigan. You know, I said I was looking for one of those. Apparently, I didn't see it. But that's Eminem, and that's Michigan. So... Oh, well... Sonny thought it was Chris Evans. I don't think Chris Evans has said a meaningful thing in his life about anything. I could be wrong about that, but... Let's see here. So this language here is... that looks like Russian. Here's my expert opinion as a person who knows linguistics good. That kind of looks like Russian. Next. I just zoomed in hoping that we would be able to read that sign. It turns out that I can't read Russian. So, oh god. All right. Well, we got horseback times in Russia town. So, Herg. I don't know, man. 1905? Sure. This might be a little bit too good a photo for 1905. 1910. We are in Moscow in 1910. That's entirely possible. It could also be, St. Petersburg in 1924 for all I know, but let's say we're in Moscow in 1910. We are in St. Petersburg in 1917. It's the second time in a row that I've thrown out a hypothetical fake guess that would have been better than my real and actual guess. God. All right, so this is the diverse sortin. You can have a wide assortment of. Actually, that's probably literally what's happening. There are lots of flavors of ice cream. I don't know. What are we selling here? Yeah, you appear to be distributing ice cream sandwiches. Okay, and that makes this Dutch. Cool. That is in fact what it says. Diverse sortin, wide assortment. Sure, that makes sense. And we've got your Pudidioff and Klefekten. They're the greatest Dutch lawyers in the world, don't you know? Clefectin is also what happens when your Pokemon takes too many moonstones and develops Poke Cancer, and then you need treatment. They put them on Clefectin. I don't know, man. Let's figure out the when of this. You look like a very something young fella. Let's say 1938. It could be 1938. Could be 1962. If I had to pick one of those, I would pick 1938, but I acknowledge that it could be either. Yeah, it's probably 1938. We're fine. In we go to Dutchley Town. If we're in the Netherlands and we don't have a very obvious town sign, we're just going to say we're in Amsterdam. In 1938. It's 1947. Okay, fine. That works for me. Final score, 35-557. That is a score. We got some lengthy dashing lines and some rather significant time gaps. 1999. Egg. For today's Immaculate Grid, we need Royals and Twins and White Sox and Guardians and dudes who won a Silver Slugger and dudes what stole 30 bases in a season. A dude who won a Silver Slugger and stole 30 bases in a season is Juan Soto. He did that. It's a true fact, he did that. He's a guy who steals bases now, apparently. Dude who played for the Guardians and stole him 30 bases in a season is a good question, actually. Was Coco Crisp still a 30 stolen base guy when he was with the Guardians? Yeah! Yeah, that sounds right. Coco Crisp, dude who played for the Fuck. Coco Crisp never stole 30 bases when he was with the Guardians. That's a shame. Well, yeah, that was part of the unspoken reasoning, Sam, is that, oh, right, Coco Crisp was a rookie when he was with the Guardians, when he was young and fast and vibrant and such, and... Sad. It's now a good time to mention that my dad was born in 1948. Granted, my dad's dead, so that only counts for so much, but... you know. Kansas City Royal who won him a Silver Slugger. That sounds like something Carlos Beltran did when he was with them. He did not. A Minnesota Twin who won a Silver Slugger is James Howard Thom. Minnesota Twin who played for the Cleveland Guardians is James Howard Thom. Chicago White Sox dude who stole 30 bases in a season is not even gonna guess. Dude who played for the White Sox and the Royals is, I think, Billy Hamilton, the modern fast one, wound up on the Royals. That sounds right. It is, in fact, right. Hooray. I got one. I should have used James Howard Thom for this square so that I could use Justin Masterson for this square. Sad. Dude who played for the Guardians and the Royals is a wonderful question. Was Johnny Damon a Guardian? Like right at the end of his career? I feel like Johnny Damon might have been a Guardian right at the end of his career. It's a weird and deep cut. Justin Morneau is a Twin who won a Silver Slugger. Guardian who played for the Royals is Jose Mesa. I think Jose Mesa was a Royal, and I'm probably wrong about that. I am, in fact, wrong about that. Royal who won a Silver Slugger is George Brett. Get me out of this Immaculate Grid. Oh my God. Oh my God, friends. I was not a good one. Oh, jeez. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching Good Morning Mini Motorways. I think maybe I have a bunch of travel jobs next week. I can't remember if that's next week or the week after. We'll find out. No, it's got to be next week because it's in February, and it's already February 20th. Dear Lord. All right. Thank you so very much for being here. Enjoy discussing ages. I don't know. The one grandparent whose age I know, she was born in 1902. So she would have been, dear God, 123 this year. That probably would have been bad for her. Let's not say that. Have a good weekend, everybody. Goodbye.